question in observability is, what is this PromQL query actually doing? PromQL shows up everywhere in Dash 0, so a practical way to learn it is to start from a real query that already exists. Here, we're starting in dashboards and opening the checkout service monitoring dashboard. Let's pick the error rate percentage panel and click Edit Panel. In the panel editor, we can see the PromQL query that drives this chart. Rather than manually reading it line by line, we can click Explain. What we get is a plain language breakdown at the query and some debugging recommendations. That already helps a lot, but sometimes we want more context or we want to ask follow-up questions. So let's take the query to Agent 0. I'll copy and paste it and ask Agent 0 to explain it. At the top, you'll see the generalist agent triaging the request and routing it to the Oracle, which specializes in PromQL. Then, the Oracle breaks the query down cleanly. It explains that the query is counting error spans for checkout service over the selected time window, counting total spans over the same window, dividing the two to get an error ratio, and multiplying by 100 to express it as a percentage. In other words, it connects the PromQL directly to the operational question we care about. What percentage of requests to checkout service are failing right now? This is useful because it lets us understand and validate the intent of the query without guesswork. Agent Zero doesn't stop at an explanation either. It suggests natural next questions to keep the investigation moving, like checking what the current error rate is over a shorter time range, comparing error rates across services to see which one is worse, or drilling into what kinds of errors are actually happening inside checkout service. Each of these is a one-click follow-up that keeps the investigation moving forward. This is how Agent Zero helps with PromQL in practice. Instead of treating PromQL as a barrier, Agent Zero turns it into something you can reason about, learn from, and act on.